Hello, my dear students. Once again, we are here, and वहीं से शुरू करते हैं जहाँ से हमने छोड़ा था. We were discussing the gross structure of the cell. We had to discuss the gross structure of the cell. And जब हम बात करते हैं gross structure की, तो हम उन 3 important parts की बात करेंगे जो कि हर सेल में importantly present रहते हैं. देखिए मैंने शॉर्टकट मारा, C को ओवरलैप कर दिया, and I'm so sorry. मेरा पेन somehow गड़बड़ा गया, so I'll put an undo to it quickly. Right now, as I said, gross structure अगर हम किसी भी सेल की बात करें तो उसमें 3 स्ट्रक्चर्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं. ठीक है, कौन से 3 स्ट्रक्चर्स प्रेजेंट होते हैं उससे पहले आप लोग भी अपनी नोटबुक और पेन लेकर बैठिए. जैसा कि मैंने पिछले वीडियो में सजेस्ट किया था, प्लीज make a table which has 3 columns. Number 1 part of the cell, number 2 structure and number 3 function. ठीक है, 3 कॉलम्स में बना लीजिए. एक पेज साइमल्टेनियसली डायग्राम के लिए यूज करिए, so that we can create the diagrams as well, है ना, ताकि आपको सब पैरामीटर्स पे स्ट्रक्चर क्लियरली समझ में आ जाए. ठीक है, नाउ फर्स्ट स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द सेल इज सेल मेम्ब्रेन. ये आपने हमेशा सुना होगा, करेक्ट. और ये सारे सेल्स में कंपल्सरीली प्रेजेंट रहती है. नाउ इफ वी टॉक ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द सेल मेम्ब्रेन, इट इज मेड अप ऑफ लिपिड्स एंड प्रोटीन्स. ये फैक्ट्स हैं, ठीक है, तो इनको लिख लीजिए और इनको लर्न कर लीजिए बिल्कुल. ठीक है, सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज लिविंग मेम्ब्रेन, राइट. इट इज ऑल्सो अ पोरस मेम्ब्रेन. पोरस का मतलब जिसमें पोर्स हो, जो सामान को, जो सब्सटेंसेस को इधर उधर आने जाने में कोई रुकावट नहीं करे. बट इट इज completely not porous. It is basically a semi permeable membrane. It can also be called as, I am sorry, I think I have written the wrong spelling. Let me correct the spelling out here. So it is semi-permeable, right? Or you can call it as selectively permeable, or you can call it as differentially permeable membrane. Correct. इसका मतलब ये है कि it only allows selective substances to pass through. Correct. Now, and it is present on the outer side of the outer side of any cells. मैं थोड़ा horizontal बनाऊंगी, it will be easier for me, right. And then what is the function of this, what could be the function of the cell membrane, right? It helps in transportation of substances, right, to help in moving the substances from one place to another, or from cell to outside, and from vice versa, right. Then in addition to cell membrane, few other cells have a structure called as cell wall. जब मैं few other cells बोलती हूँ तो I am specifically talking of plant cells, right? तो plant cell में cell wall भी present होती है. आपके बोर्ड एग्जामिनेशन में एक डिफरेंशिएशन mostly आता है, and that is the difference between the cell membrane and the cell wall, right? तो यहाँ से आपको डिफरेंस भी क्लियर हो जाएगा कि पहली बात, सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज प्रेजेंट इन ऑल द सेल्स व्हाइल सेल वॉल इज प्रेजेंट ओनली इन द प्लांट सेल्स. दूसरी बात, स्ट्रक्चरली सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज मेड अप ऑफ लिपिड्स एंड प्रोटीन्स व्हाइल सेल वॉल इज मेड अप ऑफ सेल्यूलोज, राइट. एंड सेल मेम्ब्रेन जहां पे लिविंग है, सेल वॉल एक नॉन लिविंग स्ट्रक्चर है. सेल मेम्ब्रेन जहां सेमी परमेबल है, सेल वॉल इज फ्रीली परमिएबल स्ट्रक्चर, राइट. ठीक है, लेकिन तो उसका फंक्शन क्या है? नाउ फंक्शन की डिफरेंशिएशन देख लेते हैं. सेल मेम्ब्रेन इज हेल्पिंग इन ट्रांसपोर्टेशन, लाइक इज रेस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन ऑफ सब्सटेंसेस, but cell wall being non-living and made up of cellulose like hard structure, it is basically responsible for giving shape and rigidity to the cell. राइट तो इतने डिफरेंसेस तो हमको समझ आ गए सेल मेम्ब्रेन और सेल वॉल के, करेक्ट है ना. और इट इज प्रेजेंट इन, yes, and it is somehow present outside the cell membrane, right? So this is your cell membrane and this is the cell wall, correct. Number two, the second important structure in a cell is nucleus, right? We generally understand it with the name of heart of the cell. So structurally, nucleus is a large body, a spherical body, right? Which consists of which is actually present in the center of the cell, right? And generally in the center of the cell, correct, and is made up of two layers. So it is a two-layered structure, correct, and is called the two layers of I'm so sorry, two layers of this uh, nucleus is called as nuclear membrane. As simple as this, right? So it is called as nuclear membrane. Okay. Inside the nuclear membrane, it has a small spherical structure which is called as nucleolus. So nucleus is made up of two nuclear membranes, a small nucleolus, right, and then some ground substance, semi-liquid substances inside, right, which is called as nucleoplasm. And in the nucleoplasm there are thread-like or fiber-like structures, okay, which are called as chromosomes. Fine. ठीक है, इतना अभी स्ट्रक्चर याद रखिए. And nucleus is the heart of the cell. Nucleus is called as the heart of the cell. Why? Because it is responsible to control all the functions of cell organelles, right, like other parts of the cell. Okay. Now third structure which is very important in all the cells to be present is cytoplasm, करेक्ट. नाउ एज न्यूक्लियस में आपने देखा कि न्यूक्लियोप्लाज्म इज द स्ट्रक्चर, न्यूक्लियोप्लाज्म इज द ग्राउंड सब्सटेंस ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. सिमिलरली, just give me a second. Yes, nucleoplasm is the ground substance in the nucleus. Similarly, in the cell, between cell membrane and nuclear membrane, there is the semi-liquid ground substance which is called as cytoplasm, correct, which is called as cytoplasm. It is a semi-liquid substance in the cell, right? So we mark it as nucleus. The parts of nucleus I have already told you. We can mark it here as well. So this is nucleolus. This is, you can call them chromatins, chromatid fibers, or chromosomes, right? And this becomes nuclear membrane. ठीक है जी, यहाँ तक समझ आया. Now cytoplasm, as I told you, cytoplasm is a semi liquid substance present between cell membrane and nucleus, correct. The function is that all cell organelles are present here and also the most important is it is the site of all केमिकल रिएक्शंस इनसाइड द सेल, है ना, क्योंकि सारे ऑर्गन्स तो यहीं पर हैं, ऑर्गेनेल्स तो यहीं पर है, तो इसलिए सारे केमिकल रिएक्शन साइटोप्लाज्म में होते हैं. नाउ इंटरेस्टिंगली you know that nucleus contains nucleoplasm and cell contains cytoplasm. Both fluids combiningly are called as protoplasm, which actually means fluid of life, or you can call it as living fluid, right? Now, so these are the important parts which are actually present in the uh, in every cell, right? In every cell, correct? Now, yes, right. Then we will talk of other parts of the cell which are called as organelles. But जैसा कि बीच में बात किया था, what is the difference between organelles and organs? So organelles is present inside a cell. However, organs are present inside an organism. Organelles have one organelle will have one specific function. However, organs in an organism can perform one or more special functions at one point of time, right? All organelles are membrane bound. All organs have majorly an outer layer for protection. Correct. So these are the differences. Further in the next lecture, we will be talking about the other parts of the cell which are called as organelles, right? So we'll be talking of the cell organelles. In the same table, we'll continue with the name of the part, with the structure of the part, that organelle, and the function of that organelle in continuity, right? And we will also try to draw the diagram for better understanding of the location, right? Till that, revise this properly. ये बहुत छोटे छोटे questions बनते हैं इनके 1 marks के, ठीक है? I'll give you some questions also once this topic is complete so that we can practice it well, right? Stay tuned and like, subscribe and share and revise it thoroughly. Take care. Bye bye.